Now to our other big story. History will be made tonight. The final night of the Democratic National Convention is underway. Kamala Harris will officially accept her party's presidential nomination. Tonight, Harris will outline her policy stances and use that momentum of the DNC as she hits the campaign trail.
We have live team coverage of the convention. We want to start with KCRA 3's Golston Dart anchoring our coverage from Chicago. So Golston, you've been there all week. What's the feeling right now heading into tonight's big moment for Harris?
I don't know where these people are getting all of this energy. It's just more of the same here in Chicago. And hello from Chicago. They gavelled in about a half hour ago. Things are already up and running right now. They ran about a 10-minute biography of Kamala Harris, voiced over by Morgan Freeman. Just really fascinating to hear her story from the time she was born till her trajectory to be vice presidential candidate. So it's been interesting already. And we do know that some Californians are speaking tonight. Senator Alex Padilla of California just finished up speaking, and we know that Leon Panetta, who is Obama's Secretary of Defense, will be speaking later tonight. Of course, he's a Californian from the Monterey area. And then from the LA area, Congressman Ted Lieu is set to speak tonight. But back to what's going on here overall. It's been a long 4 days for these delegates who've just been living life to the fullest, getting as much as they can out of this. And, you know, for the past few nights, they've been gaveling in the convention around 5:30 for the past couple of days, including today. But wanted to show you this. Look at this. Dozens and dozens of California Democratic delegates and leaders on the convention floor several hours before the convention started. This is like around right after lunch. It's been an exhausting week of early meetings and convention speakers going late into the night, but some still finding enough energy to dance on the floor and reflect on these past few days. It's been a week. Tell me about your experience.
Oh my God, this is my fourth convention, the best one so far. The energy, I mean, it's just overwhelming. But the most important is all the joyfulness that we get from everybody. You know, you feel the energy.
I used to watch the DNC on my TV at home as a little kid and just wonder what's going on the floor. And now I'm here and I don't have to wonder anymore. I'm able to be a part of this excitement and this joy. And it's that emphasis on the joy. Yeah. It's walking around and seeing that none of us are fighting, none of us are getting into, partisan battles with each other. Everybody's in agreement, everybody's in harmony. And feeling being a part of that, knowing that young voices are being centered in this campaign is one of the most important feelings for me.
Every day, regardless of how long the events are, I've left the convention every day with my battery recharged every day, with more energy, with more vigor, with more commitment to getting Kamala Harris elected.
So a lot of speakers to get to Kamala Harris between now and then. We know that from Hollywood, Eva Longoria will be speaking, as will Kerry Washington, and comedian D.L. Hughley, and a lot of political bigwigs here as well tonight, including Roy Cooper from North Carolina. At one time, he was considered a possible running mate for Kamala Harris, as well as Mark Kelly, the Arizona senator, who's also the astronaut. They'll be speaking tonight. So still a lot in the lineup tonight, and maybe a few surprises. Reporting live from Chicago, I'm Golston Dart, KCRA 3 News. Guys, back to you.
Golston, speaking of surprises, we've seen a lot of surprises so far this week. We've seen a lot of star power. Any word on any big names performing tonight?
Well, here's what I can tell you. I saw with my own eyes Pink up on the stage earlier today and going through some rehearsal type activities. Also, the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, they'll be playing as well. And as far as any rumors out there, we've heard that somebody they refer to as Queen Bee might be here, but she might be there, and I don't want to be too swift to jump into any other type of conjecture, because we would never, ever, ever report on conjecture. But we'll just wait and see what happens.
All you had to say was swift, and we catch your drift.
All right, we'll just have to wait and see.
All right, NBC News will have live coverage of the DNC as the vice president accepts the presidential nomination. And when that wraps up, we'll have a special edition of KCRA 3 News, kind of around 8 o'clock, but it depends on when the convention wraps up. Then at 9 o'clock, there's a new episode of Law & Order. Then be sure to join us back here for the KCRA 3 News at 10 and 11.